It's causing a logjam. So much so that this woman even figured it out. Look, in 3 to 5 years, everybody will sound like CGA. Listen to what this woman says. It says, what happens to promiscuous women after age 35? We're not going to listen to the whole video. Her name is, it says, Way to Life, 1.36K subscribers. Let's hear what she has to say here.
You've seen it. You might even be living through it right now. It's the I'm ready now phase. You meet a woman, she's 34, 36, maybe 38. She's had her fun, she's traveled, she's found herself through a decade of casual encounters and low commitment flings. And suddenly, like a light switch was flipped, she is the most marriage-minded, family-oriented person you've ever met. She's ready to settle down. She's ready for the house, the dog, and the picket fence. But here is the uncomfortable truth that a lot of women don't want to admit.
And that's you.
Man, I got demonetized for saying shit like this in 2019. Okay, but as you can see, even she's like, yeah, there's a problem with this approach. Now, she's going to go ecclesiastically with the biological clock. All right. But as you can see, she's in this first 36 seconds revealed what every man has known. Okay.
And that's you.
Every man has said this. Now, some guys are going to say, and I see in the comment section, men like older women. Let me fix that for you. Men like to fuck older women. Okay. Men don't naturally like older women. They fetishize older women. They like to fuck older women. But here's the problem. If you're with an older woman, you'll never become a man. You'll never become a man. You'll stagnate your growth as a man. You'll push your dependency on that woman like she's your mother. So you'll never become a man dealing with an older woman. You can fuck them. You can get into a relationship with them. You can fool yourself. You'll never become a man under the wing of an older woman. She'll treat you like a son, not a man. Okay, but go for it if you want. Go for it if you want. You're stunting your growth as a man fucking with older women. But I'm not gonna dick police you. Go fuck them if you want. Go have fun with them and get them motherfucking bowls of chicken fettuccine and Texas toast and mac and cheese. Go have your fucking fun with them. It ain't gonna last very long, but get your fucking nuts on. You know, if you gonna get your saggy titty fetish on, you're gonna be like, I like these titties where you could just grab them like this and all the titty meat jump up like this, or you can hold it in your hand and it be jiggling. You're gonna have a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with a lot of old wrecked out skeezers. But you're not going to become a man. Even when you're dating women the same age, she's going to be a rival towards you. She's not going to see, everything's going to be a compromise and a negotiation. Let's go to Target. Let's go to Lowe's. Let's go to Home Depot versus Lowe's. Well, I like Home Depot. I like Lowe's. When you have an age gap and an obvious leader, that's not even a question. We're going to Lowe's. All right. But everything's a conversation. But we need to negotiate this. We need to have a compromise. We need to settle for this. That's what you deal with when you're dealing with women same age or older than you. All right. It's not going to allow you to become a leader or a man. And she's going to miss, by the way, she's going to miss man. So that's where the fun's going to end. Where you were fun, the relationship was fun, but she misses a man being a man. And that's when you're going to get dumped or find yourself dealing with a man. You're going to find yourself. Or you're going to find yourself she's going to end up dealing with a man. That older woman you're dating. So she's 34 and you're 24. She's 46 and you're 32. All right. She's going to miss a man being in her life, making decisions and shit like this. Women don't like making decisions on everything. They don't like making decisions on everything. Even the most strongest independent woman gets tired out mentally because, making decisions all the time, especially in relationships. So she's going to see you sloughing off over there and she's got to decide this and that. And then that's when she's going to look and go, this is not going to work. And then the next man she date is going to be older than her by 5 to 10 years. More than likely. So it was a fling for her and all that stuff. I'm not dick policing, but go ahead and have your fun with these reformed skeezers. Get your nuts off and your rocks off and shit like that. But you'll never be a man dealing with older women. Never. All right, you'll never become a man. Here we go. This woman says the same thing. Let me go to this part right here. 6 minutes. Here we go.
How much she loves traditional values, performative femininity. She'll start cooking, talking about eating strip because she's running out of fuel. In her mind, she thinks she's being strategic. She thinks she's positioning herself. You'll see behavioral patterns emerge, sudden performative femininity. She'll start cooking, talking about how much she loves traditional values, and becoming very defensive about her past. If you ask about her history, she'll call you insecure or tell you that the past doesn't matter. But it does matter because she is giving you a different version of herself than she gave the world. She gave the world her youth, her spontaneity, and her peak beauty for nothing. And she's asking you to pay the highest price. Commitment.
This is like Red Pill 101. To be honest with you here, this is Red Pill 101. I mean, everybody knows this about the dating marketplace. But of course, when you verbalize this, what do these old reform skeezers do? And the men who support these women, they shout you down. We're going to talk about that when we talk about the Anton Daniels deal here in a second. But they shout you down. What's wrong with these women? Her past doesn't matter, and everybody has a past. And the problem is you're not going to come out the better of that situation. You're going to come out the worst. You're going to have to fall on the almighty ecclesiastical sword like Andrew Wilson did. She had 2 marriages or 2 babies out of wedlock, and then he was the third father, and he's still defending her as she was in promiscuous. She had 2 long-term relationships. She didn't have sex out of those. Okay. And Andrew Wilson's wife is older than him by 5 years or so. Look how you end up not being able to open a pickle jar. Look how you end up. You end up defending it. You end up not being a man. You end up perpetrating a man. Ecclesiastically, you end up where you try to compare me to your wife's book sales instead of your own book sales that you don't have. That's how bad it is. He didn't put his book sales up against CGA. He put his wife's book sales up against CGA. Think about the mindset. When I say you never will become a man dating an older woman, prime example, Andrew Wilson. Instead of saying, CGA, I'll compete against you, he wants me competing against his wife, his older wife. That's how you stunt your growth as a man. Period. Listen to me. I'm trying to teach you and school you to figure out what's going on out here. Okay, do you want to be a man out here? You're eventually going to have to be a man. Once you hit 40, you're going to have to be a man. Because if you ain't, you're going to motherfucking lose out here. You're going to lose bad. It's going to be a damn... Talk to these men. If you're 40 and you're broke and you're not a man, you're going to take fat L's out here. It's going to be heartless. They're heartless when it comes to men that are not performative in their 40s and got money. You're going to struggle and the world treats you like a pile of shit. Okay. Anyway, we got another segment here. And then let me see if I can pull up that video with Anton.